my little nerds and nerdettes. Please join us for another episode of
Dungeon Crawlers.
All right.
Pretty good.
Where do we leave off? The group has defeated the Hammer, so they thought, to find him gravely injured below the burn pile stacks type.
We brought down the Hammer.
Brought down the Hammer. On the Hammer. Where he was very easily dispatched by Axel.
Get wrecked.
You proceeded to make your way into the alleyways to kind of lay up a makeshift camp type deal, where the group settled in, took up post, and laid down to sleep as you can hear the fires crackle in the background, the muddy, sloppy sounds of people's boots walking through the mud, as Patience heard a small conversation about some kind of group, the three calamities, working behind the scenes, causing some kind of disruption within each one of these kingdoms, causing some kind of chaos. Not sure exactly what, as she was unable to make out a lot of the conversation. You passed out after a while, which led to you guys waking up the next morning, not so bright and early. You made your way through the slags type area, out, not really given any kind of. Luckily, prestidigitation cleaned you guys up, which gave you the ability to walk through the front gates without being noticed too much. You didn't look like a hot mess walking back out into the city. Upon exiting, you met up with a companion, enemy, ally. You're not really sure quite yet. But the needle managed to get you guys to basically step off to the side and have a conversation with her, where she basically explained what it is that she wanted to do, and that excuse me, that you guys needed to disappear along with her, and that she had a plan, whether or not you guys trusted her or not. She kind of laid it on the line and gave you the ability to kind of read her, per se. The group kind of haphazardly agreed to go along with this plan to basically semi-hijack a skyship. Not necessarily hijack. You're hoping everything goes well and you can ride it out to a different location.
That's what you think.
I'm just the GM. I'm just here to. You guys are the ones that get to make all the decisions.
You facilitate the action.
We facilitate the chaos.
But
Yes.
the group made their way back into town, only to realize that two of your party members, after some little petty theft within one of the magic stores, and the helpful action of Nova, you're placed on kind of a watch list and questioning list.
Oh wait, I thought there was only a poster for me. Did we see another poster?
I think it was just for you, right?
Yeah, I guess I don't remember seeing.
For Nova, as of right now.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, Stratton will be on it soon enough.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Poor
Maybe.
furball.
But as you make your way back to the inn under disguise and expeditious haste, thankfully due to some very well placed spells, you've made your way back to the inn for the time being. I would say at this point it's early morning. You have the whole day to do whatever it is you need. She has told you that the sky ship is supposed to show up tomorrow.
Quieren comprar.
Yes.
Quieren comprar.
So, the day is yours. You're in the inn. There's only a couple of people in there at this point. What are you doing?
About what time is it? Just say
I'd
it's
say-
like middle of the day.
I would say at this point it's probably close to about 10 a.m.
Okay.
Because you guys did sleep in a little late and then came across town a little bit.
Yeah. Is everybody in the main room?
Well,
The common
so I
area?
know that myself and Axel went back to the inn, and then KB, I think you had gone with Sophia and Patience to the magic store. So I think you guys
Yes.
would be coming a little while after us.
We already got back because I gave Axel the books,
Oh, that's
or
right. the
rather
books.
presented the books to Axel,
I forgot the books.
which he threw on the floor.
I forgot.
So,
Okay.
so
yeah.
you actually have the books now, yeah.
Yep. So I remember I was working on my disguise. Had like fashioned a eye patch that I'd work on, and had kind of practiced the makeup that I wanted to use. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna be tinkering around with that, like the eye patch, trying to make it look a little better.
Okay.
I don't have any plans to leave the room anytime soon.
Yeah, since they're not in the room, I would head to the room as well, and I'm gonna open up my goods that I acquired. And I'll start transcribing them into my spellbook. And by transcribing, I'll be pulling out I'll essentially be weaving the spells into my spellbook with a needle and thread.
You're not gonna come looking for me if I'm not in the room, are you? Just gonna be upstairs.
Let me know if you leave, okay?
Yeah, of course. I'll head to the bar.
Easily enough. There's a medium-figured male individual.
Something strong for me, please.
Kind of nods his head and slides over a brownish type liquor.
Is it like a shot or
Yeah.
knock that shit back?
50 copper.
I'll toss him a silver.
He nods, pours another shot right in front of you.
All right. I'll hold on to that one for a second.
Okay.
Too strong for you?
I'm not trying to get day drunk at 10 a.m.
I mean, the bartender probably already judged you for the first shot at 10 a.m., so he's not going to judge you
Nah.
any further for the second.
That's true. Fuck it. Go- And I'll just kind of.
You could be working night shift, right? So this could be your night, or
True, yeah. He doesn't know that.
Yeah, you work in the mines. Days get all turned around.
Yeah, don't you see? I'm a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. I'll yeah. I'll just be sitting there having a big think.
A big think. Not a little think, a big think.
Oh no, a big think. The biggest think Patience has had in a while.
Bad patience. Yeah, I don't plan on coming out of the room. I'm a little cautious. Especially after seeing my face on a poster. So I'm probably gonna stay put. Actually, is there anything I need? Hold on. Or I mean proceed. I'll determine if I need something and if I need to maybe go out.
After a little bit, I'll get up and do I know where Nova and Axel's room is?
Yeah, you got a general idea.
Okay. I'll head up there. Knock on the door.
Ah, what now? We'll fucking trudge over and open it slightly.
Hi. Can I come in for a sec?
Depends on what you want.
I have something to say.
You'll step aside and open it wider.
I'll probably be laying on the bed with my arms up in the air, holding the eye patch above me, and kind of like trying to play with the stitching on it, and messing around with it.
Are you disguised?
No. Oh, actually, I wouldn't have
Yeah, no,
washed
you'd
it off
still
yet.
be.
Yeah, so I still have the paint. I would imagine you'd be using some form of like henna something, so it's a little bit. It's not like a paint, but more of something that would kind of stain the skin a little bit.
Mhm.
So yeah, it'd be like a really tanned skin, big old scar across the right eye. I'll look over. Hey, Patience.
Whoa. You look different.
Yeah, gotta prepare for this voyage we're going on. Can't look too off, I guess.
Yeah.
Gotta fit the
How good is the disguise?
Actually, let's say, according to Ginge, the makeup, so the tanning of the skin and the scar look really good. My eye patch looks like shit. Which I'm not
Gotcha.
wearing right now. That's why I'm fiddling with it, trying to fix it.
Well, you look pretty different, so I guess it's an improvement.
Gotta
Or
play
something.
the part. I'm gonna try to look like a ragtag bounty hunter.
You fix that eye patch up a little bit. You'll be right as rain.
I'm gonna see how I don't know. I'm not very good with stitching stuff, so I'll see how good I can get it. But it's a work in progress.
Well, listen. This may be stating the obvious, but I definitely fucked up.
Yeah?
And
Duo.
well, I don't really care what happens to me, but you know, Sophia, she's all I got. I would hate if something happened to her. More than what did. So thanks for coming for us. If not for me, then for her sake. She's kind of like looking at the floor while she says this.
Yeah, Sophia's pretty special. You gotta think of yourself as kind of like her protector. She needs you. So you gotta stick around and be on your toes and ready to be at her side when she needs you. We all make mistakes, and whatever reason led you to decide to go off on your own without telling her, you know, it's fine. It happens. Just
Yeah.
gotta be more careful.
Back at that, that whatever town that was, where all the zombie people or whatever there was there.
Ah, yes.
I know I said, I didn't really trust you guys that much. But this is, gosh, what, like the third time or something that you guys have saved our hides. So,
Well, that just means that you gotta try to pay it back. Maybe you'll come through and need to save our tails.
if that happens, I'll never let Furball over here hear the end of it.
I was waiting for a comment from Axel. I was like, surely
I was
he's
gonna-
not going to just
I
say
know.
no.
Preface that with, you know, that may not be likely to happen. That maybe was a strong maybe, but there's always that possibility.
Well, if it comes to that, and I'm able to do something, you can count on it.
Deal. We're in this shit together now.
She'll extend her hand to shake yours.
I'll get up and I'll give her a hug instead.
She kind of is a little flustered.
You're forgiven.
Mm.
Like I said, we all make mistakes. I'll give her a pat on the back, and I'll sit back down on the bed.
Cool. Oh yeah, and total off of that point, complete departure from that. Last night when y'all were asleep and I was awake, when we were in the alley, I heard some people talking about something. They called them, what they call themselves again? The three calamities?
The three calamities.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'll explain all of that we heard. How there's one of them operating in Kalor, one in Voyaris, and where was the other one?
Molten Hammer.
Yeah, Molten Hammer.
Does that sound like anything in connection with those witches that you remember us hearing talk in our minds before?
Yeah,
No.
we all heard that, right? And they didn't
Yep.
sound like those people
No.
at all.
Mm.
Right, okay.
So it didn't sound like they were in any way connected.
No.
Didn't sound like them at all. Maybe, but it might be a stretch.
So you said there's one operating here in Kalor?
That's what it sounded like.
And in Molten
I
Hammer,
didn't-
which is where I think we were thinking of going? Either that or Belen? but I wonder who these calamities are.
I don't know. I just thought it was weird. I didn't know if you knew anything about that.
Would I, Ginge?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't sound like anything I've heard before. Doesn't ring a bell. What about you, Axel? You heard anything about a calamity or calamities around here?
Garrick Lost Lane.
Would I know what that means?
Yeah, he essentially says something to the effect of, it doesn't have a it doesn't have like a a direct common translation. It's more so a phrase spoken in their culture that means something to the effect of, such is the world.
Fair. It's not one bad guy, it's another.
I don't mean I don't know if they were bad people. They were just talking about something that they were doing. I just
They don't
kind
sound
of
good.
piqued my interest.
They sound shady. Then again, so do we. So, who knows?
Well, I'm just maybe something we gotta watch out for. I didn't get a good look. I didn't get a look at them. They were kind of far away. I didn't want to, go wandering off again by myself.
Well, I mean, Kaelor won't be our problem anymore after tomorrow. But if we go anywhere that another one is at, guess we'll just have to keep in mind that they might be roaming about.
Heads on a swivel.
Exactly. No different than the usual.
Just another thing to add to the list.
Pretty much.
I mean, I don't think they necessarily were after us. I mean, some other people came by and they scattered. Didn't hear them talking about us at all or anything like that, but something that, if something goes down,
And it might be an issue. They also might be of no consequence. I guess we'll just have to bear that in mind. Stop chewing on my cord!
son of a bitch.
Okay, anyway. Alright, well. Do you guys have everything? Is there anything else you need before we leave tomorrow?
I mean, I think we're good. Soso's downstairs, heading her books. And, yeah. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, we'll probably just lay low tonight. And then just head out early
Alright.
tomorrow.
Well, if you need me, I will be drinking.
Enjoy.
And I'll head out. Back down to the bar. Where's KB at this time?
I think in his room.
Oh, that's right. You do have a room.
And it's early, not early morning, but morning, right?
Yeah. Probably like,
Yeah.
what, 11 now?
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah, I think he'd be in his room.
I'll go down there. Knock on the door.
To me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll open the door.
Hey. Feel like a drink?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe not, but I could go keep you company.
Sure. So-so's in her books, so
Yeah, I'm trying to keep my head about me today.
fair enough.
But if you're gonna head down, I'll come with you.
Yeah. I'll yeah. I'm not gonna drink heavy, but helps me
You
think
talk, you
sometimes.
talk to anyone else today?
Eh, I just came from Axel and Nova's room.
Any plans, or are we just biding our time today until the ship comes in?
Sounds like a down low kind of day.
Okay. Well, I could always
Yeah.
eat.
Yeah, me too. Shit. I didn't even think of that. Let's get some grub.
Before we go down, what, what's your take on the group here?
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know. I guess I'm just wondering what we're doing. We all kind of met by happenstance, and we've done some pretty good things. I think it's worked out, but I don't really know if we have a long-term goal, or if we're on the same page, or what.
Well,
Something I'm thinking on.
I mean, I have a long-term goal.
Sure.
I think Sophia's with me on it. You
I mean,
know.
I think we all have a goal, right, for our lives, but does the group have something we're working towards?
No. Maybe maybe that's something we can discuss on the road.
You know, I don't think that we do. And my sense, as I meditate on it this morning, is that if we don't get one, Axel's not going to stay.
Hmm.
He's like, fuck you guys, I'm out.
Now, we know that his goal is the safety of Nova, but we should also maybe reconcile the fact that if she gives the word, he will murder any of us in our sleep without a hesitation.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, I think, well, Nova and I are straight now, but yeah, Furball still rubs me the wrong way sometimes. He did just, you know, save my ass, though. Whether he did so because he cares or just because Nova cares, that's anybody's guess.
Patience, do you speak Goblin? Have you ever met a Goblin before, other than me?
I've probably met other goblins in my
Yeah,
time.
you've been quite a few.
Yeah, I know other goblins. I just never picked up on the language.
You know,
Why?
well, you know, I don't know my name, right? Like I don't know my birth name. my name is what my father, who took me in, named me. And in he had some abilities kind of like mine, not quite the same, but not totally different from some of the things I can do. And he really believed in like I hate the word, but maybe like destiny, right? Where like people have a fate. And he named me my name in Goblin. It means like a chain breaker, but not in a way where like you would physically break a chain. It's like it's like you free someone, right, from their chains. Not physical, but their mental chains that we all give to ourselves, right? When you and Sophia were in chains, that was difficult to get out. And I have these tools that I hadn't used in a long time. And I went to break the chains, and they just came apart like nothing, like butter. And my dad would say that has to be a sign of fate or destiny, that this is where you're supposed to be, right? What are the odds that you would stumble upon someone literally chained up and you just came in and just popped the lock like it was nothing, unless you were meant to be there? But I don't know. I know that that's what he would tell me, and I want to believe that that's true. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you want to believe something, it makes you question whether it's really true or if you just want it to be true, right?
I guess. Honestly, I'm kind of confused.
Yeah.
I mean, well, whatever the case, I'm glad you were there. Because, if not, well, who knows? I might be back in the icebox by now.
Yeah. Maybe we shouldn't think on it too hard. Maybe your initial instinct was correct, and we should just go have a drink. Is it lunch yet? Good God, what time is it?
I don't know, but I'm fucking hungry.
I'll grab my book on the basics of commanding or sailing an airship, and I'll head down with patience.
Okay. Sounds good.
Curious to
Should
see
we
what books
leave
KB
the
gives
floor
everybody
open
else.
for other people at this point?
And that was good banter. Out of character, KB is totally correct. You gotta find like a common goal.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's like, how do you keep stuck together?
Find something that unites us.
What are you doing?
Passing the talking turtle to whoever wants it.
Sophia is occupied for 8 hours, so.
Ginge,
Starting from when?
how long would it take me to make this eye patch look even semi-decent at this point? From what I originally did. I don't even remember what I rolled.
Roll
think I
2 more
rolled a 10.
performance checks before that piece of cloth becomes unusable.
just said I rolled 20. I don't know why I didn't post it.
You
Why didn't
just
it
rolled a
post
20 on it?
I clicked it and it popped up a white window for Beyond 20 and it said 20 and then it
Okay.
disappeared, but it didn't post it. Let me try it again. The second time I rolled a nat 1, but the first time I rolled a 20.
I will, yeah, with the 20, you're able to fix the eye patch to make it look more presentable, and
That worked.
it goes from like a piece of cloth with just 2 strings attached to both ends and looking really, really shitty to 2 holes that you've kind of cut out. You've cut out in the eye patch and actually tied the eye patch, and it pulls it flatter against the face and gives it more of a rugged look. And you kind of take it, and you kind of lean over the edge of your bed and you rub along the bottom of the floor of the room that you're staying in and kind of give it like a weathered look. And it looks way more presentable.
Okay. Excellent. And then I'm going to say I have, again, like I was using henna as an example before because it's kind of like a stain. I'm going to say that I am going to pull out of my kit like a dark black paste material, and I'm going to like completely coat my hair with it with the intention of like making my hair look jet black. And then I'll let it sit. So think like hair dye. I'm going to let it sit for like 20-30 minutes. And then I will go and wash it out. Do you want me to roll for performance on that?
Yeah. I just want to see
I
how
don't know
well
why
it
it's
sits.
not posting. Come on. Well, shit. That was... What did I roll? Performance, I have a +4 to that, so I got 6.
6?
Yeah.
You rub it, this like black grease, all through your hair. And what you don't take into effect is that the grease sits, and when you have it in your hair looks black. But the moment you wash your hair through, thinking that it's going to stay to your hair, it doesn't to your hair at all. It actually stains kind of like the roots around, so you still have your same hair, and then you have a dark black ring that lines kind of your hairline.
It's like a paste, like henna. I want it to die. I don't want it to be grease. I'm gonna be really frustrated. I'm gonna try it one more time. Put it in, let it set, hoping that doing it a second time will make it stick.
Well, one more time, and then something bad or good could happen.
What did I say it was? It's 17 because it's +4.
17? It sits better than what it did before. And definitely dyes the hair, giving it kind of a weird, darker tone. Roll a con save for me.
Con save? Oh boy. I rolled a 6. Why is it not posting this in Roll20?
I don't know. Probably because Roll20 realizes we're getting ready to switch away from it.
It's like, no, stay with me.
Plugin is active. It's showing it's... What the hell? I don't know.
Your scalp kind of burns and itches a little bit.
Nice. I'm gonna do my best not to itch it, knowing that it's probably just gonna make it worse.
Sure.
I'm I'm gonna sit on my bed looking really agitated. I'm gonna put my eye patch on and just kind of sulk.
Sounds good. Anybody else?
Axel's just sort of digging around in his pack, probably grumbling to himself a little bit.
You can hear Nova behind you furiously doing stuff and dyeing her hair and just looking really weird and frustrated.
Good thing I don't have to do this permanently, because I can't get behind this disguise stuff.
Yeah.
What are you up to? Are you gonna do anything special before tomorrow?
I mean, maybe. Finishes digging around, pulls out the remaining bit of silk that he has, and says, I was just thinking what I could use the rest of this for.
Well, how much do you have left?
About 2 square yards.
Oh, that's a lot. I don't know. I've never been very good at stuff like that. I mean, and then I'm gonna, like, pick up the eye patch and point at it. I mean, this little thing took me a couple hours to figure out, and it still looks like crap. I mean, it looks better, but not very good.
Hmm. Do you need anything else that I could use the rest of this with?
I mean, I'd love to have it. I don't know what you can make with how much you have, though.
Well, it took about 2 square yards to make your scarf, so think something of that size or smaller.
That size or smaller. I guess I'll think on it. I wonder. Ooh. What about gloves? Would that be too difficult?
I think I could do that.
Yeah. I'd have matching gloves for it then. Yeah, if you can manage that, I would love that. Don't worry if it doesn't work out.
I'm doing measurements.
Kind of assumed.
Yeah.
And they're breaking out the TI-84 for this shit.
Okay. Two. Okay. Yeah, he'll say after running some math in his head, he'll go, actually, yeah, I could give it a fair few tries.
Perfect. Yeah, I would love that, if you didn't mind.
Mind giving me a hand?
Yeah, I could use some practice, clearly. Oh, you mean literally my hand.
I was more so talking about your your spell, silly.
Oh. Which spell do you need?
Guidance.
Oh. I will cast guidance on you.
All right, I will give a Weaver's Tool check.
Please and thank you.
Is it add a d4?
Yep.
Yep, okay.
64. 12 for the first attempt.
Okay. You begin to cut out what you need for the gloves. You don't do a bad job, but you don't do a great job, and some of like the fingers and like the sharp turns and like the little intricate portions, you get a little hung up, and it's just a little wonky. It's not bad. It's definitely fixable, but it's not per se what you're looking for. It's not bad though.
Yeah, I have 4 tries per section that I'm working with, so I'll keep going with this section.
Okay.
Eesh.
Oh no.
6.
You begin to cut out the second portion of the hand to make the glove like the under portion. And it cuts out weird, and one of the fingers doesn't line up with your first part that you cut off. What am I stuck on?
Attempt number 3. There we go. 22.
The next set of gloves, the first hand you cut out, and it is immaculate. It's what you were looking for. Everything lines up the way that you wanted to line up. Cut exactly how you wanted. Oops.
I'll sort of hold it up and say, that style look okay?
Yeah, that looks really good.
All right. See if I can do the other hand just as well.
All right.
A 20.
20. The second hand glove cutouts look immaculate. The second glove is looking really, really good. First glove, a little wonky.
I thought the second 2 rolls were for like a new set.
Yep. The
Oh, okay,
first
the
glove,
first-
the
the-
first cutout, like for like say your right hand, looks a little janky. Say the second glove for the left hand is looking really, really good.
All right, so that's 4 attempts, so that expends 1 square inch. So I'll move on to another section and try and redo the right hand. Ugh.
Oh no.
Mm.
Scrap it.
Yeah, in your frustrations, the first attempt on the first glove again, the cutouts look awful. You actually, I think at one point, you cut into one of the fingers and realize there's no fixing it.
Expend another square inch and try again. 17.
Once you cut out again, you do get the first part of the first glove fixed and looking pretty much the way you want it to look.
Okay. So since I rolled on that one, we'll say instead of expending 2 sections, I expend 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have 3 square inches left instead of 4. Okay. All right, yeah. He'll hand both of them over and say, I think that's the best I could do.
I'll take them and put them on immediately. Those are really nice.
They are
Thank you.
silky smooth and very well done.
I'm gonna strike a pose and make my hands glow. These are just gonna make magic use look just a lot better.
I bet.
I'm just gonna start making my hands glow and kind of like casting spells, just kind of admiring how they look when I cast stuff. I'll say after playing around with the gloves for a little bit. Actually, around what time would it be, Ginge?
I'd say like 1 o'clock,
Okay.
roughly-ish, a little after lunch.
Well, since I have a bit of a disguise going on, should we go down and get something to eat?
Yeah, sounds good.
I'll put the gloves in my pack and head downstairs. Are Patience and KB still hanging out?
Probably. Unless KB
Yeah, I
wanted to
think so.
fuck off back to his room.
You guys sitting at a table or are you sitting at the bar?
Yeah, probably a table.
Yeah. We figured other people would show up eventually.
Fair. Yeah, I'll pull up a seat at the table.
Whoa. No gloves.
No, I put the gloves away.
Oh, you
I
did.
don't.
Never mind.
I don't want to ruin them with eating.
Yeah, yep, that's fair. I do
Well.
not say that.
Redacted.
Reneged.
Strike it from the record, please. No, what are you two been up to?
Just, I don't know, what have we been doing?
Killing time.
Yep.
Been drinking?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
It's a good way to pass the time. I
Yeah.
forget what it's like to be drunk. What has it been?
Ye-
3 days? 4 days?
Yeah,
Since
well,
I rolled.
I
I don't remember.
I didn't
that's
really want to go out of
right.
town, and it seemed like we got a day to kill. I don't have much else to do.
Yeah, I can't think of anything that I really need. Actually, I remember I said that earlier and I forgot to look in my pack. I did get one. Okay, we're good. Yeah, I can't think of anything I need particularly. Just rather be rid of this city at this point.
Yeah,
actually, Ginge, when I said that, I'm gonna remember and I'm gonna peek in my pack. Is my card still flashing?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I'm gonna only slightly pull it out of my pack just so that they can kind of see the corner of it blinking. Do any of your cards do this?
Pull out mine.
Nope.
No, I don't think so.
Mine's not.
Great.
What's that about?
I don't know, and I really don't want to know. Can't be good.
Well, good thing we'll be gone by tomorrow.
Yeah. Hopefully. I mean, we just checked in, right? They don't. The front that issued this card to me doesn't necessarily know where I am. Right?
I mean,
Maybe?
Guess I just gotta wear this disguise the rest of the time I'm here.
Let's hope that card doesn't track you somehow.
Yeah, let's hope not. I wonder if it's just, does it blink to tell me I need to check in, or is it blinking to tell me that they're coming to find me? I don't know what that means.
Why would they be coming to find you?
I don't know.
Yeah, why would they be coming to find you?
I had a little trouble getting in. I don't know, and then we saw there's a poster thing at one point. I think it had something to do with the fire in the slums. Because I put water on it, maybe they thought I set it on fire. I don't know.
Well, that's dumb. You put it out.
Yeah, maybe somebody said I did it.
Yeah, well, they did. Fuck them. We'll be gone.
Yeah. They can just burn this thing.
Yeah, definitely gonna get rid of mine. I won't need it anymore.
Have you guys eaten lunch yet?
Probably.
Alright. I'll go grab some.
Haven't had secondsies.
Seconds. Ginge, I'll go up to the bar and I'll order some food for the table.
Okay. Cost you about silver and a half, 2 silver roughly.
Alright, I'll give 2 silver.
Okay.
And then I'll go back and sit down. Does it get taken out, or do I need to bring it back to the table?
They usually bring it out.
Okay.
It doesn't take very long. And after like 5-ish, 10 minutes, you guys get kind of like a sourdough bread with an assortment of meats. Not really sure. Some cheese and whatnot, and you get some sandwiches.
Perfect. I'll fashion myself a plate and eat up.
Nom nom nom.
Nom 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 nom.
Makes me hungry.
Nom nom nom. Well, you described it.
Minecraft eating noises.
Nom nom nom.
I don't know, for sake of expediency, I don't think I have anything else that I need to do the rest of the day. I don't know if anybody else does.
Nah.
Otherwise, I think we're just
No.
gonna do this like, I'm gonna sit and eat food, I'm gonna go to my room, I'm gonna sit on the bed.
Okay.
Kind of boring junk.
Anybody have anything else they want to do for the rest of the day?
Patience, when you were. Oh, go ahead.
I'm just gonna read as much of that book as I can.
Okay.
That's it.
Roll a. Which one are you reading?
The airship.
Okay. Roll a straight
construction.
intelligence check.
Ooh, that 25.
Hey.
Let's go. You are able to read quite a bit. Very skilled at oh, what's the word I'm looking for?
Skimming.
There you go.
Comprehension.
Skim reading. You're able to pick out the important bits. There was a lot of fillers in this book that you're kind of reading through, and you're like, all right, it's fucking stupid. I don't need to know, why they have the colors of this, and I don't know why this, and oh, this is
Yeah.
really dumb, or oh, the first skyship was made blah 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 blah. I don't really care. And you skim through, and you do find the good bits. You learn that it's piloted by these giant stones. There's two of them. There's one that's a much larger stone, and the stone is called Tellarite. Telrite. And it's a large stone. And basically, what it does is, when mined and infused with magic, it basically just kind of floats. It just hovers. It just kind of. It defies gravity, per se. The kicker, what makes skyships run and a lot of other vehicles throughout Radar is actually a much smaller stone. And there are some bigger ones and there are some smaller ones. And it's
Think
Depending on
called...
the
Castle in the
size of the vehicle.
Think Castle in the Sky.
Well, yeah, exactly. And that's called Allrite. Allrite. And that one, so the bigger stone, so
All
Tellarite.
right, all right, all right.
So Tellarite is kind of a dime a dozen. It's still kind of expensive. You know, you might pay a couple gold to get a large stone, and like the ones that go on ships might cost you like 200, 300, 400 gold, roughly. But a small like a piece of Allrite, about as big as your hand, can run you up to 2 platinum. Very hard to come by, very small. It is the gasoline to the vehicle. It is basically held within another device that kind of moves it closer or farther away from the stone, and it causes like a reaction that makes things move. It is also incredibly highly combustible, and a stone about as big as your head is the equivalent of dropping, I wouldn't say a nuclear warhead, but I would say
A Moab.
something like that, like a little less. Oh, yeah, I think Roll20 just took a crap. Or Twitch did.
Doesn't surprise me.
Oh no. I popped over to Multiverse because
Okay.
there's someone on it.
But it's the equivalent of like a missile. And a pretty large size explosion. But that's what makes those things go forward, down, up, sideways. A lot of skyships and whatnot still use the wind to kind of steer and give that extra little bit. So the skyships still do have kind of sails and fins is what they call them. The side sails are called fins. And that's what makes them kind of move, go, and whatnot. And you read further, and it kind of explains how the same thing works within a duster. So basically, like a motorcycle, the Allrite sits within the engine, and when you press the pedal or whatever to go, it moves it closer and farther away, per se. You read through that. I mean, you don't get a general gist how to fly a skyship per se, but you get a pretty good general gist as to how it runs, and if you had to, you feel like pretty comfortable that you could probably
You could potentially crash land without dying.
You could keep it. You could probably keep it upright enough. You know, it'd be a crash course. I would definitely say this would give you advantage if it came to a point where you would have to do any kind of skill checks per se towards doing something like that. Some of the time, you get a general gist of how a ship and or a lot of like elevators and whatnot in this world work.
So what you're saying is it wouldn't necessarily give him advantage if he tried to do a loop-de-loop with the airship. That there aren't
probably
No
not.
barrel roll.
there aren't explicit instructions.
Oh, barrel roll.
Huh. KB,
shoot.
KB, what are you doing? We're doing a barrel roll.
Star Fox. Star
But
Fox.
you do learn that like elevators and shit like that in this world all run via these stones, and it just takes like one as big as like the end of your fingernail is all that runs like a like multiple elevators. Like they're that powerful, and the bigger that an all right stone is, or alright if you want, it's technically how you pronounce it is alright, but the bigger one of those is, the faster something will go. So if you got one that was the same size as like, one as big as,
That's
you
all
know,
right.
yeah, like one as big as Tellurite, you'd be
It's all right
fucking,
if you
you'd be,
pronounce it wrong.
yeah. It would create like a very fast moving object. So
So
very
what you're
nice.
what you're saying is we know how to create Moabs in D&D now.
You would still have to roll to see if you could do it, and it would still be a risk as if you blow yourself the fuck up.
Well, yeah, but
But
you're
if
saying there's a chance.
if you can do it,
Patience. I wonder what happens if you hit this stone with a hammer.
Let's find out.
1, a 2, a 3.
Campaign 3.
Yep. Well, that was a quick and easy campaign.
Because everybody blew themselves up.
KB's casting some kind of sorcery on me.
About that.
Patience, what time do you return to the room?
Well, I would have brought you lunch.
Oh, that's right. When you brought me lunch, you would probably walk into kind of chaotic.
Papers all over the floor.
There'd be papers everywhere. There'd be like clippings of thread just kind of crossed around the thing. Lots of broken objects. Some of them different sizes than they were when you got here. Like you might see like a chest that's really small but burst into pieces, and like a super large goblet that's shattered. Things like that. Total mess. And Sophia would be a little bit frustrated and probably not even acknowledge you brought her food.
Patience. Actually, never mind.
Oh.
Never mind.
Never mind.
Yep, never mind.
I'm worried now.
Don't be. But if nobody else has anything, I'll do a little time.
Around dinner time, I would come up.
Okay. Well, how long does it take you to inscribe all that stuff in?
8 hours.
Yeah.
And I start at 10 o'clock, so it'd be about 6 o'clock when I come upstairs.
Okay. So, just a little bit after supper time, when you guys are kind of like winding down towards your dinners, and you're sitting there and you're like, oh, where the fuck is Sophia? She comes down the stairs towards the group as you guys are sitting around eating. Little haggard, eyes are a little like saggy, like she's very, very tired.
She would look
weeks for a
exhausted,
while.
but also be a little bit excited. And she'd probably start talking to Patience all about the nuances of casting the knock spell, and how like it's not the lock that matters; it's like the intricacies of the actual design. And she was focusing on totally the wrong parts and saying a bunch of stuff that Patience wouldn't care about. And probably shut up about 20 minutes later.
Not nodding and going, uh-huh. Yeah, no, totally. Well, so you got it then?
Got them both to work. If we ever need to get into somewhere that someone doesn't want us, I have a new trick.
Hell yeah. Are you keeping those books? Maybe we could swing by and drop them off on the doorstep.
I was hoping to drop them off tomorrow. I have no need. Once you get a hang of it, it's a lot easier.
Mm.
And I got all the important details down.
So that was what the smashed chest was, huh?
I hope the innkeeper doesn't mind that I may have changed quite a few sizes of the objects. And many of them broke in the process, but
I mean, we don't have a security deposit or anything.
of all the things you've done here, the innkeeper won't be the most pissed off at us.
Yeah, well, the person who was probably the most pissed off is not here anymore. So,
Speaking of, have you had a chance to talk about what they're doing tomorrow? With the others?
not
I haven't really.
really.
I've been pretty. That took longer than I thought.
Yeah, I mean, it's
So we
not
go
like you've
find
never
them.
done this before. Is everybody down here?
Oh, is everyone down there?
I'm going to assume, because
Yeah.
nobody said anything, I said
Yeah, we're
everybody
there.
came down for dinner
Okay,
and
perfect.
everybody was kind of sitting around the table.
So how do I want to do this tomorrow? I see you're working on a disguise. I'll go over it over.
Yeah, it's a work in progress, but it should fare okay for tomorrow. I imagine we just show up and, like she said.
And I don't see a problem for Patience and I. It all makes sense that we're there. But Axel and KB might draw attention. And so I had an idea, but I don't know if they'll like it or not.
Yeah, let's hear it.
But I've been getting more proficient with one of my spells. And I think I can cast invisibility on 2 people now. And so I could potentially make both Axel and KB invisible.
That could definitely be helpful.
I would love to be invisible.
I think I'll be okay with my disguise, since we're playing bounty hunters, turning you in and escorting you to wherever we're going.
You could potentially even act like you're... what was her name again? The Tiefling. You could act like her. Her absence will... Well, she'll be disguised as the Hammer. Just a thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could definitely act like her. I don't think it'll be that difficult.
Also, we should talk about where we want to go.
Yeah, good point.
If all else fails, and we don't want to try and mess with things with the crew, and ask them to take us somewhere else, we always have the option of jumping. I can do what I did before, and then no one will know where we are.
Yeah. If we run into trouble, that's definitely an option.
That
Just
may be
something
a
to keep in mind.
last resort.
Yeah, that's our plan Z.
There you go.
Oh, we'd be fine. We all just need to jump at the same time. There might be an issue if we're not all together, so maybe that's not the best idea.
Yeah, plan Z. If all else fails.
No, we can just jump ship. Literally.
Where do we
I
want to
think
go?
well, that ship's going to take us to the outpost. I think from there we go upriver to the Molten Hammer.
Belen Outpost, you mean? Or Bayar? Or Belen? No, yeah, Belen.
Yeah, that's where the ship is supposed to take us, right?
Yes.
But
Yeah.
she did say that we could dictate where we want to go. I'm okay with going to Belen.
I think she. I thought she was providing options of where we could go from there, but she needed it to go specifically to Bellin Outpost.
It works either way.
Oh, how
Basically-
common are airships, Ginge?
Pretty common. A
So,
little
like-
expensive, but
like,
they're common.
Would I get a sense of like if an airship were to land at a place like the outpost, would that like
Normal.
circulate like, oh, this is crazy, or is that like normal? Like that's
very,
not a
very normal.
Okay.
It's one of the stops.
Okay.
So to kind of lay it out in front of you. I mean, technically they can go anywhere if hired and you have the money. It's just whether or not there's a port. So there is a landing port in Kalor. There's one in Omira. There is one in Molten Hammer, Voyeris, and there is one there's one in Tyrael. And then obviously if you have the money, I mean, a good captain and they all come in. So think of a sky ship like a normal ship. There's like smaller ships, and then there's like big, like the Man of War type, like battleships, like Armada type like ships. So I mean, a smaller ship hired for a certain fee could in essence take you pretty much wherever. Now, it wouldn't be able to land, but it would be able to get you close, and then you'd have to climb down a ladder, get off, and then it would have to find somewhere to basically dock itself, you know. But it's not super uncommon. Very rich merchants will use them. You definitely in Dollar, you guys have probably seen like I would say over the course of your time there, you'd probably seen 8 or 10 of them come through.
Yeah.
And one big Man of War.
Well, I think we should get some rest before tomorrow. Be ready. Be alert.
I agree.
See you all in the morning.
See you in the morning.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I'll head off to bed.
Yep, off to bed.
Okay.
Early to bed, early to rise.
Makes a tiefling healthy, wealthy, and wise.
Yep. How did I know something stupid was gonna get added at the end?
Hey, with the exception of one word, that is the original text.
I'm just kidding. You guys all, well, Patience, Sophia, head off to bed. Anybody else?
I'm heading to bed.
Yeah, I would too.
You guys call it an early night. I mean, it's only about, at this point, I would say just a little after 6, maybe close to about 7, maybe to 8 o'clock. As you find yourself crawling into your beds and getting comfortable, the night takes you. Anybody doing anything before you pass out?
Yeah, I'll kind of do what I did when we were on the road before. Try to, through meditation, sort of do that reach out.
Okay.
See if I
Do
can find that
a-
connection.
Fuck, what did I have you roll the last time? Was it wisdom?
I think, yeah.
Yeah. Just roll a straight wisdom check for me.
17.
17? Okay. Sophia, you crawl into bed and immediately pull the blankets, up to the neck, get comfy. Patience, you find yourself a spot on the
On the
on the
floor.
ground. Yeah. Off to a side. I mean, you sit on a pillow to make it as comfortable as possible. And you cross your legs and kind of go into that ritual that you remember your mentor, your teacher, your father figure had taught you. You close your eyes and you do your best to clear it, as upset as you have been in the last couple of days and the amount of things that have happened to you. And you begin to focus and really, really clear your mind. And you find your body being slowly taken. You kind of feel yourself rise. Your vision fades and becomes blurry as you kind of feel yourself fade and transcend space. And you find yourself in a cold, dark environment. And you just focus. And 4 feet away from you, 3 feet away, you don't open your eyes. In your mind's eye, about 3 feet away from you, clear as day, you see your father figure's face, beaten and bloodied, and he looks up, one eye closed, and just takes a deep breath and kind of winks at you with the one eye and gives you a shit-eating grin. And you're brought back into your body. As it seems to be, that's about all you can hold on to that.
Not as good at it as he was just yet.
But you did get a glimpse, and he seems to be alive. Beaten, horribly beaten, but he seems to be alive. As the thoughts kind of race through your head, a little bit of excitement and adrenaline, you get like a burst as you crawl down off of your meditation pillow, lay your head down on the pillow and stare directly at the ceiling as the thoughts race through your head as to what, where, why, and how. You close your eyes and let the excitement and adrenaline wear off as you fade to sleep. KB, are you doing anything?
Nope.
No?
Just reading until I fall asleep.
You have found a happy place in the closet in Sophia and Patient's room that they didn't realize you were there. As you crack open the closet,
Of
look
course.
to see what they're doing, and you're kind of like, okay. You close it back, and you lean back in and continue to read your books.
He doesn't want to sleep in his own room because he wants to make sure he can keep an eye on Patience.
I mean,
But-
after the events of the last couple of days, I can't say I blame him.
And it's not the airship book. You feel like you've read all the information that you can out of it. You're really getting into My Great Sword, and it's getting
An
good.
instant classic.
Yeah, it's catching you
It's
off
a
guard
page.
a little bit.
It's a page turner.
Yeah, you're kind of like, all right, I'm here for
Not
this.
KB doesn't
as
go to bed
opposed
till
to a
3
page
a.m.
burner.
He's
I
gonna
mean,
go to bed at 3 a.m. What? Reading it all night.
it's a big battle scene right now, but you just sense this romance taking it. It's budding. So, Nova and Axel.
I would probably just go to bed.
Yeah,
As
same
you-
here.
You coil up into your bed. You turn over. Hair still dyed a blackish brown, with a janky eye patch over it, and very well done makeup, unless you washed it all off.
No, I'm gonna lay on my back and let it really sink in.
Okay.
I'll probably just touch it up in the morning.
Okay. As sleep takes you all, the dreams come for some, the nightmares come for others. As you finally wind down through your normal staying up training regimens, and you finally manage to find that moment of peace that you can close your eyes. You find yourself enthralled in your old life. The battles between your clan and the other clans, the non-moraled ones, and the glorious honor that was earned. You rose quickly through the ranks. And you get flashes of your mistakes. You get flashes of being stripped of that honor and tossed to the sands and the winds. And as disheartening as that is, it's not the thing that scares you the most. As your dream quickly turns into a vibrant, dark dream of a incredibly large individual with a mouth that seems to unfold and almost Joker-ish style. The lips just rise up to almost the eyes and a elongated mouth that just constantly drips drool. And just the words, hunger. I hunger. Over and over and over. And you just toss and turn on your pillow. You find yourself sleeping. You all have gained a long rest as you wake bright and early. 5, 6 a.m.-ish as the morning comes to you. Decent rest for most.
I'm gonna stretch and then immediately obsess over trying to get my disguise looking right.
Roll a performance check.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna try I'm gonna try
Just a
getting the
general
hair.
touch up.
I'm gonna focus on like making the hair look a little bit more like believable, but yeah, definitely want to make sure I'm touching everything up. So let me. Well, that's right. It's not working. 19.
19. You managed to touch up the outfit very well. Well enough that you're happy with what you did. And it functionally looks very well put together.
I would say like for my normal clothes, I typically wear like a skirt and a top with a belt, and I would probably say that I have a pair of, I think I had leather trousers and it was a brown leather trousers and a black tunic, and then I have a basic brown leather cloak. Not leather, sorry, cloth cloak. That's probably what I would wear for this situation. And I would
Okay.
have like my finer stuff and my scarf and my pack. And then did I get the hair a little bit better looking with that too?
Yes. You're able to touch it up and kind of, you don't let it sit as much this time. You kind of, you put it in your hand and you just continually run it through the hair to the point where you're just hoping it sticks.
Okay, got it. So I'm gonna put my eye patch on, be happy with the way everything kind of turned out,
Okay.
and kind of sit looking relatively pleased with myself. Good morning, Axel.
Morning.
How did you sleep?
Fine enough.
Well, it's better than not good, I guess. Did I look presentable?
Think you fit the bill pretty well.
Good. I just gotta try to keep this together the rest of the day. So let me know if anything looks like it's slipping or needs touching up.
Yeah, of course.
Alright, let's go get something to eat. I feel like that's all we ever do anymore. You said it was like 5, 6 in the morning, Ginge.
Yeah, roughly-ish.
Okay, that works, whatever. Yeah, head downstairs then. And I'll say, probably because I don't plan on returning to the room, I'll make sure I have everything collected in my pack before going downstairs.
I imagine I'd be up pretty early as well, and I'd probably nudge patience when I get up. We should
You
get
guys-
breakfast. Patience?
She died. She died in her sleep. She died peacefully.
Oh,
She looks-
patience
she
said
looks-
BRB. I imagine patience would
she's
get up
peaceful.
and have breakfast.
No, she's peaceful. She looks
She
peaceful.
died how she lived.
She died peacefully in her
You
sleep.
roll patience over and the eyes are rolled back. Skin is blue.
Yeah, she'd
Yeah.
probably go with.
Yeah, Strat said she'd go with. So the two of us will go and get some food.
As you guys are getting ready to leave, KB, your dream. You begin to dream of your old life. In Allart, you begin to have flashbacks of the night that you left, and you hear your friend scream out and call you by your real name as you remember fleeing through the woods on the run, and you come crashing awake as you guys watch as KB kind of falls out of the closet behind you.
Sort of like push the door open of like the wardrobe and fall out, and I'll just sort of collect myself and be like, "Okay, everybody ready to go?"
Hmm.
Are Patience and Sophia already gone, or had they left?
No,
They're kind of like walking out of the door as you come out saying this.
Yeah, I'll see them on their way out and just kind of gather my things. I don't have a ton of stuff, so I'll.
You would
Just
see
gonna-
you would see Sophia smile as she turns to go upstairs.
Yeah.
She kind of
I'll
like
just-
slightly rolls her eyes a little.
Grab my packs, get my. I don't actually my dirt bag doesn't have any dirt in it because I emptied it all in the slums. But so I'll kind of gather my things real quickly, throw it in the pack, and follow Sophia.
Okay. You guys all make your way down for the morning. As slowly, one by one, you trickle into the main area. There's only like 2 or 3 people down there at this point.
I'd probably be down there with Axel. If he came with.
Of course.
I figured. I'd probably already be at a table with some food at it.
Sure.
It's another 3 silver, Ginge, for
Mhm.
food for the table.
Like breakfasts and stuff? Yep. And as you sit down and begin to have breakfast, the hammer comes and sits at the table with you and begins to eat without saying a single word.
Liar.
Fucking hell.
Oh, you're being serious. Because you
I'm
always do
very
that,
serious.
and as you do that, the
I
Undying one
usually
sweeps
follow
down.
up really quickly.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna. He's just gonna. Where's
Sophia
he
would
gonna
just-
sit? So, in conjunction to where. Okay, let's say I'm sitting on the left side of the table. Let's say.
Sophia would just kind of like nod toward her and say, "Morning."
Good morning.
God, it's taking a bit of getting used to.
I'm gonna probably jump up from my seat and kind of stumble backwards.
Oh, sit down. I don't like this voice one bit. Please sit down and don't make a scene at all.
I'm gonna immediately
less
come to my
attention we
senses
draw.
and realize I forgot that Needle can shapeshift. Oh, right. Yeah, I'm gonna sit back down.
Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. I'm just trying to get a jump on the morning. The sooner we get there, the better. It looks like we drew a little bit of attention in the slums the other day, and we're kind of being looked for. So the sooner we get out of Kalor, the better.
Well, let's eat and leave then.
This might affect some of our preparations. How long do you think it'll be between the time that we head over until they're actually in the air?
It depends. If they land and they have the supplies that they need, it might only be about 30 minutes, maybe. It could be upwards to about an hour-ish too, for them to restock and unload. But it depends on what they came with. It should be a very light load, as they're not expecting to transport anything other than you. So they're really only going to be picking up more supplies.
I don't think a bit of honesty hurts with you. I'll be turning 2 of them invisible, but it only lasts an hour. So I want to know when I should be doing that.
I say you do it the moment we get... as we walk up towards the skyship. I would say, and she looks the group over, I would say those 2. and she points at Nova and Axel. They are the most noticeable and the most easily remembered. Also, Big Boy here could probably do some damage if he's invisible.
Are you kidding me? I spent so much time on this. I'm gonna like.
You don't have to be. We could always make the goblin invisible too. You two can't go invisible, and she points at Patience and Sophia.
Well, yeah, I guess that would kind of defeat
I
the
thought.
purpose.
I'll turn toward Nova and be like, based on what you showed us last night, it might be better if you are invisible.
I'm gonna like sit back in my chair and sigh. Fine.
But I would say the moment we get semi-close and we begin to make our way up the sky bridge towards the ships. It's about a 5-minute walk up from there, but it's a straight up shot with elevators, so they won't see us coming until we're up on the bridge. At that point, any preparations, unfortunately, she looks at both Patience and Sophia. I'm sorry, but she slides two, like, manacled type cuffs across the table. You will have to wear them.
The whole
It is-
time?
At least until we get up there and we make it known as to what we're doing and why.
I kind of figured something like this was going to happen. But
She did say that she was gonna cuff you, but that it would be unlocked.
They won't be locked, correct. I promise you they won't be locked. And if it would make you feel any better, I will give one of the keys to you. Or one of them.
I'll put my hand out.
She hands you one of the keys. No questions asked.
I'm gonna look at her. You can lock them. It's okay. Safer that way.
Fair enough. But I would say the moment we get up towards the bridge, you cast the invisibility spell. These two keep within distance. It should go very quickly. The only part that worries me is the guards coming up the elevator. As long as we can get by them, we should be alright. It is a smaller ship. It's a faster ship. It's called the Recluse. Once we're on, hopefully within preparations, we should be off shortly. There's only one thing else that we have to do to add to the effect. And I don't think you two are going to like it. We can do it two ways. One, we can fake it if any one of you has any way to make yourself look like you have been recently beat up. Or we actually do it.
I might have a way. Can I know prestidigitation can make you look clean. It also can make you look dirty, can't it?
you can also make marks on a surface for an hour.
Make colors, marks, symbols. Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah.
You can turn our
And
face.
you could just constantly refresh it
Yeah.
as well.
I can make them both look like they've been beaten.
How much can you do, though?
I can make them look completely soiled and maybe some marks on their faces.
I would say you can 100% do one person.
Okay,
And that
so I'll say then.
that would eat up a lot of focus to keep that one person looking very grungy and marked up.
I'm gonna look at Sophia. Can't you also do that?
Well, I don't do it very often, but I can sort of make myself look not like me.
I can
How
make
beat up do we still look, Ginge? Have
Michael.
like,
A little bit. You still got a couple.
I mean, I still
bruises.
have a broken ankle, right? That hasn't, or did that heal up last night?
You. I
And my
believe
hand.
yours. Yeah, your 3 days. And patience was 2. Or was it the other way around?
No, that
I
sounded
can't remember
right.
what you guys ringed. One of
Um,
you guys rolled a 3 and one of you guys rolled a 2.
doesn't Sophia have prestidigitation?
I was the 3, so I'm pretty sure I still have a busted foot.
Yeah, you're still kind of gimpy.
Doesn't Sophia have prestidigitation?
I do. I could.
I was gonna say, okay, so I can make patience look believable. Sophia might be able to do that to herself.
Okay.
Also,
We have
I'm
to
gonna
make-
like I'm gonna I don't know if this would help or not. Yeah, Sophia's gonna like she's gonna redo her hair. And nobody but Patience would have probably seen it. But as she redoes her hair and like the shadows kind of are casted in different spots, you would actually see her face is kind of covered in a lot of like this like ugly stony markings. Like mostly like very stone like, almost like an affliction.
Okay.
And it kind of covers a good part of her like outer face. That would typically have like kind of hair draped over it, so it's not really, it looks more like shadow than anything. But when her hair is fully back and not in front of her, it definitely looks not the best, and I'll combine that with prestidigitation.
Okay. So you create a decent look. One other thing, the captain is Leonian, so kind of a cat. I hope this doesn't come off the wrong way, but is he going to have a problem with that? And she looks directly at Axel.
Depends. What's his last name?
I couldn't tell you. Does that matter?
As long as he's not a member of those bastard Dawnmans.
I don't believe so. I'm not sure. Be a good question.
I'm just joking. I know how to contain myself.
Okay. I was beginning to get worried that we were going to have to stow away the entire trip. Anyways, what time is it? And she looks kind of, like out the window a little bit. I believe we can get going if you guys have had enough to eat. I would stock up I'd buy as much food as you can. Anything else you guys can think of, I would grab it now. I don't know what you plan on doing once we get to Balin. Whether you guys are going to head out across the Dalarian wastelands. I do know somebody that could probably get you guys dusters if you really want. Or if you guys are going to head up towards Molten. But that is where we will part our ways for now until we have a better game plan.
Once we do split off, how are we gonna keep in contact with you?
Don't worry about that. I know what you look like. I know your faces. I have ways of getting in contact.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
She kind of like out of the corner of her eye gives you kind of like a look.
Well, let's get going then.
All right. Cast your disguises. Make yourself look certain ways and please manacle up.
One more thing.
Hmm.
We need to stop by the Golden Fleece on the way there. What is it called?
Why? Why is that? Do you need to buy some
The golden
healing potions?
buddies. And I'll take $2 out. I think they're wanting these back.
Did you buy them?
Borrowed.
Oh, Jesus. I see. By borrowed, do you mean borrowed?
I'm afraid so.
Did they see you do this?
Well, no, I was invisible. But they do know it was me.
Do you know that he's a pretty strong mage? I'm sure he probably saw you. By chance, could we see your identification card?
Yeah, I'll
Sophia
take it out. I'll take it out.
got a slow red blink.
Oh.
Incredible,
Hey, hey!
Kaka.
I'm gonna look excitedly and point at Sophia's card. Hey, mine does that too.
All right, so we have another problem. Obviously you can't show your face in the streets. Do you have a big hood or something to pull down? Hey,
I'll look over at Nova. She has a hood, right?
yeah.
I'll hand her my cloak, my usual cloak, the one I'm not wearing.
Okay.
That's a pretty big hood on it.
Do you have? She reaches out the hammer, which is really really awkward. Reaches out towards your face, runs her hands through your hair, Nova, and takes like a bunch of the black goo off. Yep, that's what I thought. And looks back towards Sofa, grabs you by the back of your neck, and like rubs the black stuff all over your face. like crevices and like rub like a mom. Like she's like you're kind of like and she's like nope, just 1 second, and like rubs it along your face. Okay, now flip the hood up. Okay,
I'll flip it up.
That's better.
I'll clean it off when we get to the ship.
Yeah, let's just leave. This became progressively more difficult.
So I'll keep the books then.
I would say probably, unfortunately. All right, let's go. And she stands up. It's time to go. Let's leave.
I'll get up.
Yeah, I'll get up.
You
Good
make your
enough.
way out into the main street and begin to make your way through town. Trying not to attract as much attention as possible. You do walk by the Golden Breeze, and you see the door open and City Guard are in there having a conversation with a tall furbolg. And he seems to be kind of like waving his hands and like pointing at the wall and like doing a bunch of this. It takes you probably better part of like 10 or 15 minutes, because you're taking it slow. And you reach the kind of center of town, and as you begin to come up on it, at first what you thought was just the Amberlight Academy, you realize the Amberlight Academy was one tower, and kind of right behind it is a bigger, more giant tower that has kind of like a pedestal that comes off to both sides. And you see in the middle of this like big pillar, you see almost like blue lights going up and down. Over and
The
over.
air traffic control tower.
And as you look up, you see to the left, you see a giant, like galley type man of war ship that has cannons and giant ballista on all sides of this ship with huge sails. And from below, looking straight up, you see these two large, like as big as like a home, blue stones embedded into the bottom of this ship. and it's just kind of hovering there. And then off to the right, you see 3 or 4 smaller ships docked on the right side, of all varying shapes and sizes. As you begin to make your way to the bottom of the
Tower.
the tower, thank you. With the elevators going up and down, you do see 2 guards stationed on each side, and they're checking IDs.
Well,
I'm gonna.
As you come up to the left
Chief
side,
lady? I'm gonna. Before we get close to them, I'll turn towards the hammer and ask, is now the right time?
yeah, not quite yet. Just give me a second. The hammer walks ahead of you. And as she goes to walk ahead of you, she takes Axel's hands and puts both of the hands on both of your shoulders and kind of tilts both of your heads down really quickly and makes it look like Axel's kind of like standing over you guys like a guard. Walks up to the guard, and you do see a conversation being had.
I'm gonna make sure I've prestidigitated Patience so that she looks super beat up, messy, clothes are all nasty, and then try to mark up her face a little bit.
Those of you that are looking up KB, Axel, and Nova, you do witness the hammer, the needle, have a conversation, and then you see as a handshake, they go to shake hands, and you witness a small pouch of coins being exchanged. And
Guards can be bought off.
She turns around and waves you guys to the elevator. And you guys are now in an elevator. And as you guys enter this kind of futuristic looking elevator, it seems to be made of kind of like a metal alloy. The 2 doors, she pulls both of them shut. They shut, and then it latches. And as it does, there's 2 buttons, one for up and one for down. And she hits one of the buttons and it begins to take off. And actually pretty rapidly begins to ascend as you go up 100 feet, 200 feet. 300 feet, and you keep going up. You're like, oh shit, and you're like really high up at this point. She turns to you. All right, cast it now, and prep up all your appearances. We're going to walk out on the bridge. Axel, just don't bump into anybody, please. And both of you heads down. I'm going to link a chain between the both of you. Act beat up, and just limp behind me like you've given up. Nova.
Yeah, so I'll cast prestidigitation. I'm gonna clean up all my stuff. I'll cast it again. Put a little bit of bruising next to some of my markings. I'll hand Nova her hood back, and then I will cast invisibility at 3rd level, and so it can target 2 people. And I'll target Nova and Axel.
Okay. As Nova and Axel bamf out, KB, you're standing behind. Here, take this, and she hands you like a short sword. KB, act like you're a mercenary behind them, and your job is to make them move forward. Look as menacingly as possible. Show me your menacing face. Roll a performance check.
I'm gonna put my my eye patch in KB's hand, even though I'm invisible.
KB?
A 9.
9? KB, you get the short sword, kind of big for you, and you turn and you're like, ah! Okay, don't do that. Shit.
This thing sharp? Poke the end of it. Ah, God.
Little blood trickles out of your finger.
Maybe I should have made KB invisible instead of Axel.
I don't.
I'll be
know.
fine. I'll be fine.
He's only gonna draw more attention. We're gonna wing it. Okay.
And I'll make sure I'll check that all the manacles locked.
Patience is not. Yours is if you lock it. It's just kind of like on the bottom of the manacle. You just turn.
Okay, so
one
I'll notice it's not locked, and I'm gonna say lock mine and lock hers.
Shit. Okay. And she turns around and locks both of yours real quick. As it does, you guys do reach the top, and the gate opens up, and she flips open the handle, and both of the doors pop open. As you walk out, the wind gust immediately hits all of you as you look out to both sides, and people are walking back and forth, gathering some, like pretty much like a ship dock. People are walking back and forth, gathering things, putting them on the boat. And the first thing that scares the shit out of you is immediately forward and to your right is almost a small army that is stationed on this giant man of war. And the ship's name is called the Hallowed End. And you witness a bunch of elven male females dressed in full armor that are unloading and loading things on this giant man of war type ship. Soldiers that are kind of stationed, not stationed, running drills, you're not really sure. But there's a lot of military presence and guards, not guards, but military type individuals to your right side. As you continue to walk down this like dock of sorts, you look out to your right and your left, and you are well above the city as this skyport kind of sits well above. If you were to fall, it would be death.
Well, unless Sophia could cast Feather Fall on us.
Correct. And even then, you're really high up. But you look out both sides, and people are exchanging things. Some things are being sold, some things are being exchanged. People are offloading equipment, marketing type things. And trades are being initiated. You see to your left, you see two very small ships. One called the Gallows, the other one is called the Tide Runner. And at the very end, you see kind of a brown and black type ship. And you see the name on it is called the Recluse. Like a medium-ish small ship, kind of. Definitely built more for speed and travel. Has one, as you guys continue to get closer and you walk down this giant walkway path, it has one giant ballista on the very front of the ship, and that's pretty much what it looks like to be it for that. But you come to the end of this walkway, and as you do, you notice it's got a crew of about 4 people, and the first thing that makes you nervous, if you're afraid of heights, I don't know your characters, is as you get to the end to walk over across the ship is literally just like a gangplank, and
No railings.
thousands of feet down.
This is a tall ass tower. Shit.
Yeah, it's way up there.
What?
You see, she's like looking up towards a ship, making like loud noises, like trying to get somebody's attention. You see a Leonian male, heavily scarred. The left eye is completely shut with an eye patch over it, and like a bunch of the fur is missing on the left side of the face, almost like it was like when you burn your hair off, it's all singed on the left side, with a giant mane that pulls up into like a ponytail, and then under the ponytail, like a top knot ponytail, under the ponytail it comes to like a long, long hair that kind of billows down the back of the neck. Golden brown hair, kind of a slim fit build, very like scrawny, like tawny. There we go. That's what I'm thinking of. Like a tawny kind of lean type build with leather armor and two short swords strapped to his hip, and a pistol on the chest. Well, welcome to the Recluse. You must be the cargo I was told to pick up. You would be the hammer? Yes, you must be the hammer. Would you please make your way aboard, and we can check the wares, and we can figure out the trip that we are going. Dalar, I was told, is where we are going to be dropping you off. That would be change of plans, as we aren't. Donovan contacted me last night and told me that he's actually going to be meeting us in Bellin, as we're going to be heading out towards Molten Hammer to meet up with him. Got a little punishment we gotta deal out towards these breakers. So, if you would invite us aboard, we'll come aboard and you can inspect. As I only have the two with me and my associate as well that helped in the capture. I see. If you could please make your way aboard, then we will go about the inspections. You begin to make your way across the gangplank as you're walking across. Like the wind kind of blows, and you're like, "Fuck!" You're like looking down. You look out, and it's just a straight drop off. Makes you kind of nervous. Every once in a while, you get like a really strong gust, and it kind of makes you, and you watch the ship kind of rocks in place. It stays in place and it's hovering, but it kind of rocks back and forth. You make your way aboard the ship, and as you stand there, welcome to the Vercruz. I am Captain Mario, and not Mario, Mario, it's Marro, or yeah, something like that. I welcome you aboard my ship.
It's a not me.
It's not me, I'm Mario. Welcome aboard the Recluse. Obviously, we are a traveling type merchant, and we make some ware exchanges, but easily said and done. So, you say we're going to Belen Outpost, about the same distance. I was not told of this change, though. That seems off to me. Donovan does not usually change his mind. He doesn't, but this was a last-second change due to some problems in dollar, and Belen Outpost just seemed like the stronger option for him. You don't say. I don't. That seems weird to me. Any particular reason? You know Donovan's reasons are his own. If you want, we can have that conversation with him. If you want to have that conversation. When we get to Bellin, you can stop in and you can no. I don't want to actually deal with Donovan. That's fine. It is going to be extra. She tosses a coin bag at him. He's already paid up front. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I just want to get to my location. I want to get paid my fee and be done with these shitheads. Is that fine? Hey! Cracks open the bag of gold. I mean, we. I mean, I am a business person, and what can I say? Gold speaks, but they're rough. They're rough. They don't look good. How else do you think I captured them? Do you think that I just went up and, oh, come with me? No, you fucking idiot. We don't need to get insulting the types of the words. It's hurtful. I don't appreciate it. It's okay. Listen here. If we okay, you want to go to Berlin? Hey, you go to Berlin. I don't have problem with this. I just not my ass. If Donovan is not happy, so let's. How about this? Slide me a little extra. I forget where we go, and we go that way. Another small coin purse tosses right at his feet. You speak well. You sure you are not pirate in previous life? No? That is fine. We can make this work. Yes, we can. Now, if you don't mind, I would really like to release the prisoners from their manacles so they can rest, relax, and we can get on our way. We are still loading. The word escapes me. Uh, Supplies. You want to eat? I have to eat. We have to load the food into the ship, and then we go and we make them, this fly. Is that okay with you? Please make it fast, as I have places to be and I'm sick of their presence. I see. Well, hey boys. Everybody on the ship turns around and looks. Idiot here wants to go fast. We go fast on the ship. Kind of hear snickering and laughing from the rest of the crew. It's probably the song person.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I did say fast, didn't I? I would like to leave. Well, okay. We make exception for the big wig. All because Donovan must have you there. Okay, well, we go fast. And you see him turn around and begins to snicker, and he's tossing the coin purse up and down in his hand, catching it. You hear a whisper under your breath. Axel. Nova. Find somewhere to hide for the time being. He kind of peeks back up and just begins to survey the crowd over.
I'm gonna search for Axel since we're invisible, and I'm gonna wrap my arm around his, and then let him leave, or yeah, exactly. Knowing he's probably right next to me, but
Make a dexterity set. Make it just a general dex check, just out of curiosity.
12.
12. Okay. Roll d6.
Oh.
I don't like how long you're thinking.
I don't know what the number is.
Oh, it's 1. Sorry.
Oh, it's 1. Sorry. Okay. As you're searching for Axel, you accidentally brush up against the hammer's thigh.
I'm just gonna keep searching then.
Oh. You find Axel a moment later. Obviously, you're like, oh shit, that's not him. Oh, there's fur. There's fur.
I'm just gonna link my arm with his.
Okay.
And then let him lead the way.
Okay, and you were told to find somewhere to basically stow away.
Yeah, I'll probably look for an indescript corner that doesn't look like it's used for cargo holding and go there.
Okay. There's a couple of spots. Down below, there's cargo holding, and then towards the front of the ship looks to be kind of stashing for ballista bolts and some smaller type grenades and incendiary type stuff. And then the captain's quarters are upstairs, obviously. So. About 5 or 10 minutes go by, and you do watch as the guards kind of patrolling the bridge, gangplank back and forth, are you see them like holding up pieces of paper, and they're like examining people as they walk by. And it looks like it's a picture of Nova.
Lovely.
Good thing you're not visible.
I still have
And
my
both
janky disguise. So that might help
both
too.
Patience and Sophia, you're still left in manacles, and right now you're chained to the center mast of the ship.
Well, I'm liking this less and less as the day progresses.
Just shut up. We're almost out of here. Do you know how much gold I just fucking spent on you two? Jesus. We gotta go. It's making me nervous the longer we're here. Is he talking back to you over there? You're sure soft on him, aren't you? And she turns and, yeah, real soft, and like slaps you across the side of your face. Shut up. Don't speak anymore. Yeah, that'll teach you. Shut your mouth next time. About another 10 minutes go by, and you watch as the last bit of supplies are loaded up onto the Recluse, and the gangplank begins to be pulled up onto the ship and stored in the side. And preparations are beginning to be made as the ship begins to kind of lurch away as you watch as Captain Morrow grabs hold of this giant, like, not giant, but like his wheel, and there's a lever that's next to it, and you watch as he, at first he begins to steer it, but you watch as he kind of pushes it forward, and as he does, the ship steers out and kind of like lurches in a direction as he kind of, you look at the bottom of the wheel, and it's actually kind of like a joystick. Like you can push and pull it back and like move it a little bit, and it begins to turn and kind of pushes the wheel forward as you feel the Recluse slowly lurch away from the tower and its docking point, and begins to pull away from the building, and you feel kind of like you hear this like low hum. The Axel and Nova, because you're actually in the bottom of the ship, you can hear louder now. You hear this just low hum as Captain Morrow, he pushes the the stick next to him, the lever, kind of forward, and you feel like the thrust, and you feel the ship begin to take off and lurches out away from port, out over Kalor, and into the sky as you begin to ascend up and begin to kind of come to like a cruising altitude, I guess you could say. And the hammer reaches down and unlocks both of your manacles. Wait a couple of minutes before you stand up. Wait till we're far enough away from Kalor that he can't turn around. I'm gonna go have a conversation.
Hey. Are we getting ready to fight or what?
Hopefully not. Several moments pass.
Dang it.
About 30 minutes or so. The effects of invisibility wear off for Nova and Axel. And you guys are far enough away from Kalor at this point that a conversation begins to be had, and you watch as Captain Morrow, Patience, and Sophia begins to get really, really agitated as he's having a conversation with the hammer.
We can't hear it from where we're at.
Mm-mm. More time passes. And you watch as he's like, they're just throwing their hands up and he's waving it all over the place and doing this. And he's pointing at you guys and pointing at the sky and pointing at the ship.
What the fuck are they on about?
Several more moments pass by. And now you hear the conversation. No. No, 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 no. You wanted to go to Berlin because that's where Donovan was. And now you're telling me that... I don't know. Like, that they're fine to be uncuffed? Is Donovan going to even be there? Is this a problem? Are you lying to me? You sound like you're lying, but I can't fucking tell. I'm not lying. All I'm telling you is they're submissive. They've been beaten. I'm just gonna uncuff them and leave them be. Is that alright? I don't like the idea. I don't like it. They seem like trouble. And then you tell me that there's 2 other associates that you have that guard them in secrecy. Are they on my fucking ship and you don't tell me? Yes. Those 2 associates of mine were used in reconnaissance and the capture of these 2. So what you're telling me is they're on my fucking ship. I should turn around and go back to Kaylor right now. Fucking kill you all. You know what? How about this? You walk the plank. I bet you will have a fun time going all the way down to the fucking ground. What you think about that? You know what? How about we do that? Hey, boys. I think they want to fly.
Would we hear any of this down below, Ginge?
Hmm.
I didn't think so, with the humming
Oh,
and stuff.
but we heard it.
Yeah.
KB,
Yeah.
is he nearby up there too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think you want to do that.
And why not? Do you know what Donovan does to people who fuck him over? It's not good. I don't want to be on the other side of that. Your
Believe
couple-
me,
Do
we
you know why?
all too well? Why do you think we look like this, huh?
I don't know. Because you're fucking ugly and blue.
So you think that throwing his cargo overboard is not going to fuck him over? You think when you get to where you're going with an empty ship, when he's expecting you to make this delivery, you
Guess
think
what?
that's going to be great for you?
I don't know. It's better than me showing up without them. I will just say that you never got on ship. Never saw you. You didn't show up. That sounds like smarter idea to me. Don't you fucking think? I don't want to die. I don't want to lose my fingers. Do you know what he fucking does to people like that? He cuts their balls off. I like my balls. Exactly where they fucking are.
And how do you know that we haven't already told Donovan that we're on this ship?
I don't. And
There's a-
that's what fucking scares me most.
Right.
Now, where's other 2 fucks? Where are the other 2 fucks? Give me the fucks now.
You're the
Bring the
captain of
fucks.
this ship, right?
Bring the fucks up to center deck. Bring the
You're the
fucks up.
captain of this ship.
I am
Is that
captain.
right?
I am the
Right.
fucking captain.
You know how to captain this ship.
I
right?
do. I do.
You've just said yourself, there's a lot of other things that you know fuck all about.
I do. Yes.
Correct. So why don't you focus on captaining the ship and let us do our job of getting these to Donovan? You don't have to worry about all the fuck all stuff you don't know anything about.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Woo.
I would say that's pretty fucking warranted.
Hell yeah.
Oh god, this is so slow. There's a 20 and a 10.
Okay.
Fucking 20.
Let's
Okay.
go.
His eyes kind
Not,
of like
not Nat.
you see him get a little get like a little upset, and he's just kind of like I like steering the ship. Don't like this. It's fucking stupid. I'm going to get killed. My mom said to be a pirate. I said no. I'm going to be a fucking pirate. And here I am going to get fucking murdered because I can't deliver shit. And small little green man talk shit and make me think twice about stupid fucking stuff. I don't like this. He's dumb. He's fucking stupid. Fuck. 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 Fine, he stays. They stay. They all stay. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you all. And he just like looks out and just keeps driving.
GG. Way to go, KB.
Bring other two fucks up here. I don't like them. Where are they hanging off the ship? Are they below the ship? Where the fuck are they? I don't even know what they look like. I don't like it.
The other two fucks don't
Well,
even know what is going on.
I'm glad
so.
that Diablo rolled before he realized there was a null on board.
Yeah.
We'll go get the other fox.
Greatly appreciated. Bring fucks up. God
Yes.
damn. You see the hammer just kind of the needle standing in the corner, just like smirking to himself.
So is KB going down to get them?
You guys don't know where they are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you guys don't even know where they are. You just know they're on the boat somewhere.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Oops. And then
Time
They
to go
kinda-
on a scavenger hunt.
travel for everyone. Did it work?
Huh?
The screen went black.
Well, oh, are you?
We're on an airship.
Wait. Oh, in multiverse.
Yo.
Oh my
damn.
god. Oh, it's the airship is
Whoa.
above me. How do I move my token on top of the airship?
on. Oh yeah.
There you go.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, there it is,
Oh my god, even the flag is flowing in the wind.
dude.
Somebody stream that shit for Axel, for Frosty.
Oh, it's on stream.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Where's
Yeah.
the mast that I'm tied up to?
That'd
Right
be.
here?
It's technically right in this. Yeah, like right about. I can't.
Oh, in the
ping it.
center. Well, here's the captain's wheel, so maybe it would be like up front.
Yeah, it's like right about where you were just were. Right about there.
Wait, what? All I see is blue.
You don't see the ship? We're on the ship right now.
Uh-oh.
Might need to reload.
Oh no.
He probably just needs to reload.
Probably.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that did it.
It's kind of goofy like that. I have to kind of refresh it from time to time as well. And it does work.
We're trying out a new VTT, everybody. If you haven't noticed.
But as you guys begin to kind of fly out into the sky and the wind wafts through your hair, the sky ship begins to cruise out in a general-ish type direction. We'll say you said KB. You went to looking for him.
Well, I don't really know how.
Okay, Hammer.
I
The
don't-
hammer.
I don't know
The
how I
hammer
roll.
and the crew are gonna start looking for people. So, I'm just gonna roll a d20 and whatever number it lands on is. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. So it's actually one of the crew members that finds Axel. So one of the crew members goes downstairs to get something out of one of their backpacks. And as he walks, I don't know why this just popped into my head. I can't remember what movie this is from. But as he walks into like the quarters for all the crew members, and he's rifling through his backpack, and he picks something out, and then he like looks over a big chest, and as he does, in slow motion, Axel goes from like a tiny crouch. He does like in the movies, he does like that slow like stand up and like like over this guy who's like 5'2", and he just like all of a sudden just looks
Menacing.
up and sees Axel, and he's like, "Hi."
Please, by all means, keep looking. You seem to need something really bad.
Uh-huh. Oh my
I
god,
said,
no.
fucking look for it.
Like runs out down the hallway.
Look for it. Oh my god.
You just
That's
hear
great.
and you hear
Oh.
like somebody running across the fucking ship. And you hear like a bunch of motion and commotion above you guys. Axel, and at first you're like, ah, fuck, here we go. And several moments later, KB comes down with the hammer and the captain. Oh, great! You bring big fuck on ship. He's not small fuck. He's big fuck.
Is he crying?
He's a fucking old. I'm going to have a drink. It's too much for me. Like turns around and walks down the hallway.
While he was like saying all that, I wanted to analyze the condition of both of his short swords. Like, how well are they cared for? Do they have any blood on them? What type of scabbards are they kept in? Are they well sharpened? All that shit.
You wouldn't be able to see the short swords other than just the scabbards they're in. They are... The scabbards are in immaculate condition. The leather is... It looks like it gets oiled maybe once or twice a week. It is heavily jewel encrusted and very, very fancy, the scabbards. The pommels on both short swords are, like the leather. Actually, roll a perception check for me. I'm curious. I'm just curious what you're gonna notice.
12.
12. The pommels of each blade are they're taken care of. They look used, but you don't see enough to see how used, if it's just from like, like when you think you're cool and you stand there with both your hands on the blade, or if you're actually like, there's a difference in the wear of the weathers and the weathers. There's a difference, and you know that. When you use a blade, the leather moves and forms differently. You don't get a good enough glance at it off first rip to see how well or how not well. They look taken care of.
Okay.
Whether they're used, you're not really sure. The pistol on his chest, that's out, and you can kind of see that. You don't know much about pistols though, but you do know much about grips. So I would say the pistol looks heavily used. You can see the wear marks where he holds it, and like the thumb has rubbed on one side a lot. And you kind of look at the just the points, like the holding points of what you would think a pistol would be, and it looks like it's been heavily used.
Okay, very nice.
But you do all make your way up to the top of the ship. As you guys are all on the deck of the ship, as the individuals are running all over the ship, making changes, undoing the sails. Oh, good choice of music right as we're going. And you guys feel, oh, and the sounds of the ship.
Dude,
Hell
hell
yeah.
yeah.
And you guys feel as all of a sudden You watch as he takes the lever off of the smaller crystal, and you're still hovering, but now the sails all of a sudden like catch, and you guys like you take off now. The sails are what is pulling you along.
So we got crystal power and sail power.
Well, he pulled off on the thing, so you have a feeling that maybe if they're together too long, something happens.
Oh.
So it's kind of like an initial burst type thing, like gasoline. They can get burned down. And actually, KB, you would kind of know that over time they can be, if they're like all the time, like you're riding it all the way metal to the pedal to the metal. The all right crystals will like basically burn out and or fizzle off at some point. So reason why
Are we still locked up, or did she
unlocked
undo
you.
our? Perfect. I'll go to the end.
Ooh, I watched you walk off for a second.
KB is a squirrel.
God. But anything you guys want to do up here in the meantime?
I'll probably calm down after it's clear that there's not going to be any issues.
Well,
I'll
and
just-
now actually, as what you'll see for the first time is Axel and Nova as you guys come up from the lower decks, because you guys didn't get to see any of the takeoff. You guys come up from the lower decks, and as you kind of about halfway up the stairs, Nova and Axel, both of you, immediately you hear that rush of wind and just like the creaks of the wood and the sails, and you kind of see the sails first, and as you come to the top of the stairs and you look out, it is endless sky and clouds, and every once in a while you'll pass through a smaller cloud, and like you'll feel like almost like you could reach up and grab like the marshmallows. As you come out onto the deck and you look all around, and it's just endless sky and clouds. It's almost out of like Howl's or not Howl's, Castle in the Sky, where they're so high up you're actually looking down on like all the tops of the clouds. Like it almost looks like a sea below you.
Ooh. I'll probably be awestruck, and I'll just like sit on the side of the ship and look over the railing on the edge, just admire it.
And as you guys are all kind of sitting there and admiring and looking out over the edge of the boats, you see below you in the sea of clouds, you see several giant creatures that are almost like dolphins. They're going in the clouds.
Whoa.
And they're like going in and out of the clouds, like thousands of feet away, but you see them in and out of the clouds swimming.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah, I'll probably just hang out and sit there. Just admire the scenery.
As you notice the creatures swimming in and out of the clouds and the skies, and you kind of admire the view and where you are now, and that you're on a skyship, something some of you have never in your life thought you would do, and others of you have never seen. You wonder where the next day will take you and where the rest of this trip will be as we end our night there.
Sweet.
Wow. Sailing away.
Come sail away. Come
You want to see something really, really cool?
Fuck
Hold
the
on.
hammer. He did.
If I can do it.
What? Ooh.
Oh shit.
That's cool.
I thought that was pretty neato.
You can adjust. You can like adjust the
I can adjust the weather.
levels and stuff
Yeah.
of like how intense it is. I think.
Yeah, you can
Yep.
adjust it like for how intense you want it to be too.
So pretty wild.
Dude, we gotta get this like ironed out for next time so we can ditch Roll20 finally.
Well, I think
I'm
the fact
ready
that
to- I'm
Ginge
ready
only
to
played
rock.
a little bit with it tonight, and he managed to get this much out of it already.
I'm a
Pretty good.
freak of nature though, so I'm kind of a yeah.
You're built different.
When I get like this and this is fun, I will literally sit in zone and just go. Like I guarantee tomorrow at work, I'll probably throw together another fucking 10 maps. And I'll add to what I already have now. Because right now, I can tell you there's shit on this map that's hidden. I can hide and make things disappear,
Yes.
which is fucking cool. And like yeah, like there's just things that I can make that move, and like I can set them up and like that dolphin thing. I couldn't quite get that to work, but there's other things that I can do. There'll be other little effects that I can get to do. It's there's a lot more to this, and it's simplistic enough that I can do it, but it looks cool enough that it does this effect. So
We are not sponsored by One More Multiverse, by the way. This is just super cool.
yeah, it's pretty badass
Yeah.
for a simple.
Actually,
free program.
hey, if anybody from OMM is watching, they sponsor
We're not
us.
sponsored yet.
We got you.
Yeah, exactly.
Fiji
We're
water did
digging
work
it.
out.
I got a couple of things that I would like to have tweaked, but other than that, for a free program and the amount of stuff that you give us, it is 14 times. Actually, it was like 40 times more than I had to roll 20 at my fingertips.
Yeah, and I mean, like, even if we just had a stagnant map, the fact that we can move around and interact on it, it just makes it a little bit
Oh,
more-
there's a lot of stuff, and there's people that can add to this that I can pull from them, so they can.
Yeah, you can
create
get the
monsters.
packs from stuff from
I-
other people and stuff.
Pretty much downloaded every single pack.
Holy shit! Even the paid ones?
There was only a couple paid. Everything else is free. I'll probably end up buying the paid shit too, though.
Hell yeah!
For something
Again,
like
we're not
this,
sponsored.
I'm taller
Not
than
yet.
Sophia. How tall is Sophia?
Not yet. Keyword: not yet.
Sophia is very tall. Let me fix this.
I was gonna say. And I know Nova's really tall, so I was just checking. Oh, damn.
Wait, how tall is? I thought Sophia was pretty short.
Sophia is very short. She's like 5'1", 5'2".
How tall is Patience?
Probably like 5'8".
Yeah, I'm taller than Patience.
KB.
Dang
Hey
it.
guys,
Hey guys.
I'm just a baby.
just a baby. But thank you very much for coming, stream. Next week we might be on a completely different platform, so join us next week for.
I mean, we'll still be here. We'll just probably all be on One More Multiverse instead of Roll20.
Yar.
Unfortunately, yeah. Roll20, you were good to us for the time being.
You also
We
suck.
needed
For
more.
like almost
We're
3
tired of you.
years.
I have
Yeah,
like
holy
12.
crap.
I have like 1,200 hours on Roll20,
Oh yeah, it's a lot.
but it's time to move on.
Oh, yep.
It's time to move on.
Alright, stream.
But-
Thanks for hanging out. We'll be back next week, 8:30 Central on Wednesday. Everybody have a great weekend. Be safe, be kind, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Later.